All right, so you're getting ready for a games development manager interview. It can feel kind of like stepping into a boss battle, right?
Yeah, definitely high stakes.
But don't sweat it. We're diving into RoleCatcher's guides on this to help you prepare. Not just what to say,
Mhm.
but how to say it. So you can really impress those game dev hiring heroes.
It's like having a strategy guide, but for your career.
Exactly. We'll tackle common interview questions, we'll decode the kind of answers that they're looking for, and we'll flag any traps to avoid along the way. Plus, we'll sprinkle in some career insights that we got from RoleCatcher. So you're not just ready for this interview, you're ready for leveling up in the whole game dev world.
Yeah, we'll even touch on how RoleCatcher's AI can give you that extra edge. It's like having a personal coach in your corner.
Love that. Okay, first question. And it's a big one. Can you tell us about your experience in managing game development teams?
Hmm.
So this is where you really get to show off your leadership skills.
Yeah, think of it like you're presenting your highlight reel. You know they want to see how you've motivated teams, how you've juggled project management, how you hit those crucial deadlines, and steered projects to those all-important milestones.
So it's not just about saying, like, I managed a team. It's more like, I led a team through this really challenging project and we nailed it. And to say, like, how you did it, what your strategies were for success.
Right, exactly. And here's where it gets a little more tactical. How you frame your leadership style really matters. Are you collaborative? Are you decisive? Are you a master delegator? Think about what meshes with the company culture.
Yeah.
Role-catchers AI can actually analyze job descriptions to pinpoint keywords that'll resonate with the hiring team.
Ooh, I like that. So you can customize your answers to hit those sweet spots.
Okay.
All right, speaking of hitting targets, how do you answer this one? How do you keep up with the latest trends and technologies in the game development industry? This one's all about passion, I think.
Yeah, definitely. You want to show them you're not just working in this world, you're living and breathing it. So mention the blogs you devour, forums you contribute to, conferences you never miss. Maybe you've even got a personal project that pushed your tech skills in a new direction.
Yeah, it's like saying, I'm not just following trends, I'm
Yeah.
actively shaping them.
Yeah.
Now, what are you most excited about right now in game development? I think that genuine enthusiasm will really shine through.
Absolutely, and it shows initiative,
Well,
which hiring managers love.
okay, let's get a bit technical. Can you describe your experience working with different game engines and development tools?
Mm.
This is your chance to really flex those tech muscles.
Yeah.
Don't be shy about diving deep into your experience with Unity Unreal Engine. Any custom tools that you've mastered. Be upfront about your proficiency level. But here's a pro tip. Don't just rattle off a list.
Yeah, it's much more impactful to say, I used X to solve Y challenge in Z project. That really demonstrates practical application and problem-solving skills.
I love that. So instead of just saying, I know Unity, you'd say something like, I used Unity's terrain system to create a vast dynamic world for your project name.
Exactly.
Okay, now imagine they ask you this. How do you balance creative vision with technical limitations when developing a game? This one's all about showing that you understand both the art and the science of game development.
For sure.
It's like walking a tightrope between what we dream of and what's actually possible.
So how do you make the most of available tech without sacrificing the heart of the game? Maybe share a specific example where you had to make tough choices and get creative.
Yeah, and think about what questions they might follow up with too. They might ask, looking back, would you have approached that situation differently?
Yeah.
Or what did you learn from that experience?
Oh, that's a good point. They're really digging into your decision-making process and how you learn from challenges. Which brings us to another classic question. Can you talk about a time when you had to make a difficult decision during the game development process?
Everyone makes mistakes. It's part of the process, right?
Right.
But this question is all about showcasing your ability to learn from those experiences. Be specific. What was the situation? What options did you weigh? What were the consequences? And what did you take away from it? What would you do differently now?
Yeah, they want to see that you can own your choices, good and bad,
Yeah.
and that you've grown from those experiences.
And remember, with RoleCatcher, you can actually practice answering these tricky questions.
You need
Get feedback from their AI.
Yeah, it's like having a mock interview.
Yeah.
But the AI will pinpoint areas for improvement, like your pacing or your tone or your clarity.
That's incredibly valuable.
Yeah.
Because it helps you really nail the delivery, which can make all the difference in an interview.
For sure.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk organization and timelines.
Okay.
How do you handle this question? How do you prioritize tasks and manage timelines during the game development process?
Yeah, this is where you really demonstrate your project management skills. Talk about your preferred methodologies, whether it's agile waterfall or even a hybrid approach. And highlight the importance of communication and transparency.
Yes, communication.
Because a communication breakdown can lead to, major delays and setbacks. You want to show them that you keep everyone in the loop
Nah.
and that you work proactively to avoid bottlenecks.
Right. What about tools that you use to manage projects? Are you a Jira guru, a Trello enthusiast, or do you have a custom system? This is a chance to show them you're organized and efficient.
And remember, RoleCatcher can analyze those job descriptions to identify keywords related to project management methodologies or tools. So if they mention Agile in the description, make sure you highlight your experience with it.
It's like having a cheat sheet to tailor your answers to each specific company. Now let's talk teamwork.
Okay.
How do you approach this one? How do you ensure that the game development team is working effectively together and collaborating well?
This one's all about fostering a positive and productive team culture. Talk about how you build trust, how you handle conflict, and how you encourage open communication.
Yeah, it's like being the conductor of an orchestra, making sure everyone's playing in harmony. What are some specific strategies that you use to create that synergy?
Yeah, think about things like active listening, setting clear expectations, providing regular feedback, and creating a safe space for everyone to share their ideas. And don't be afraid to share a story about a time when you faced a team challenge and how you overcame it.
I love those real-world examples. It really brings your answers to life and shows them you've got the experience to back it up. And don't forget, with RoleCatcher, you can even practice your delivery using their video feature.
Yeah, it's like having a personal coach, giving you real-time feedback on your body language, your eye contact, your overall presence.
That's a game changer because those nonverbal cues can be just as important as the words you say. All right, that wraps up our first round of questions. Ready for more?
Bring it on. So we've covered some pretty tough interview questions. But remember, prepping for those questions is just part of the game.
Right.
You also need a solid understanding of the industry and where you fit in.
Okay, so that's where those RoleCatcher career guides come in handy. They're like a treasure map pointing out all these different paths you can take in the game dev world.
Exactly. Maybe you're all about mobile games. Or VR and AR is your jam. Or perhaps you're a master of a specific game engine.
Yeah.
These guides can help you really pinpoint your niche and then show you how to showcase that expertise.
Yeah, and they don't just stop at specializations. They actually dive into career paths, too, showing you how to turn that first job into a long and fulfilling career.
Right. They highlight potential roles you could move into, like senior game producer, director of game development, or even executive producer. It's like a roadmap,
Yeah.
helping you visualize your future in the industry.
I love that they even include things like certifications. That can really boost your credibility and earning potential, like becoming a certified Scrum Master or a Unity certified developer. It shows that you're serious about your craft.
Yeah, it's like leveling up your character in real life.
Totally.
And speaking of leveling up, let's circle back to how RoleCatcher's AI can help you ace those interviews.
Yeah. How does it help?
Well, it's not just about analyzing job descriptions. It's about tailoring your answers to each specific role that you're applying for.
Okay.
It's like having a personal interview coach, but in your pocket, giving you customized feedback.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, so you can input your experience and skills. You can even practice your answers using their video feature.
Right.
And the AI will analyze your delivery, highlight areas where you can improve, like your pacing, your tone, or your clarity.
It's like having a mock interview with an expert who knows exactly what hiring managers are looking for.
Exactly.
That's cool. They might even ask, what is your experience with specific project management tools? Or, can you walk us through your process for resolving conflicts within a team?
Those are great examples of follow-up questions they might throw your way. And remember, RoleCatcher can also help you identify any skills gaps you might have in your resume, so you can address those before you even step into the interview.
It's like having a secret weapon
Yeah.
to boost your confidence and make sure you're putting your best foot forward. But let's say you ace the interview, you landed the job, congrats. The learning doesn't stop there, does it?
Definitely not. The gaming industry is constantly evolving. You've got new technologies, trends, and best practices emerging all the time. It's crucial to stay ahead of the curve.
Right. And the RoleCatcher guides emphasize this. And they offer some really fantastic ways to keep learning. They suggest online courses, tutorials, workshops, even game development boot camps.
And never underestimate the power of networking. Attending industry events, joining online communities, connecting with other professionals on LinkedIn. It's all about building those relationships and expanding your knowledge base.
Yeah, you never know where those connections might lead. You could find a mentor, collaborate on a game-changing project, or even discover your next career move.
Exactly. Now let's zoom out a bit and consider the broader career path of a games development manager. RoleCatcher's guides outline different stages of this journey, from junior game developer all the way up to, well, games development manager.
It's fascinating to see how the responsibilities evolve at each stage. They even provide these example profiles of people at different points in their careers, so you get a real-world sense of what to expect.
Yeah, think of it as like a glimpse into the future. You can see how your skills and expertise can grow as you progress through different roles and as you take on new challenges.
And they even address the pros and cons of this career path, which is incredibly valuable. Because let's be real, no job is perfect.
Right. They acknowledge that this role can be demanding.
Yeah.
With long hours and tight deadlines, the pressure to deliver a hit game can be pretty intense.
But they also highlight the incredible rewards, like the creative fulfillment, the chance to work on these innovative projects, the satisfaction of bringing amazing games to life. Those are some powerful motivators.
And let's not forget the competitive salary and
Yeah.
the potential for international travel. Imagine presenting your game at a conference in Tokyo or collaborating with a team in London.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
So it's about weighing those pros and cons
Yeah.
and figuring out if this path aligns with your values and your aspirations.
Exactly. And if it does, RoleCatcher's guides are there to support you every step of the way, providing the knowledge, the resources, and the encouragement you need to thrive.
Now, before we wrap up this section, remember how those RoleCatcher guides highlight different specializations within game development?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they also touch on some intriguing alternative job titles that might spark your interest.
Yeah, it's like exploring different branches of the same skill tree.
Okay.
You might come across roles like clothing development manager, product development manager, or even insurance product manager.
Wait, insurance product manager. How does that connect to game development?
I know it might seem surprising, but a lot of the skills that you've honed in game development are transferable to other industries, like project management, problem solving, creative thinking, and leadership.
Oh, so you're not limited to the gaming world. Your experience could open doors to a wider range of opportunities.
Exactly. That's the beauty of a career in game development. It equips you with a versatile skill set that's highly valued across various sectors. Now think about this. During your interview, they might ask you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or what are your long-term career goals?
Oh, yeah, those are big ones.
Yeah, and these questions are designed to gauge your ambition, your vision for the future, and whether your aspirations align with the company's growth trajectory.
It's a chance to show them that you're not just looking for a job, you're looking to build a career.
Exactly, and that you're constantly seeking ways to learn and grow and to contribute to the industry.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. Ready to bring it all home?
Okay, so as you gear up for that games development manager interview, what does all this mean for you?
It means you're not just showing up. You're walking in with confidence and a deep understanding of the role, the industry, and your potential.
Exactly. You've absorbed those insights from the RoleCatcher guides. You've practiced those tricky interview questions, and you're fired up to show them your passion and your expertise.
And remember, preparation is your superpower. With the right tools and the right mindset, you're ready to level up in the game dev world.
For sure.
Now, one final thought before we wrap up. Think about that kind of company culture where you thrive. Do you love a fast-paced, collaborative environment? Or do you prefer something a bit more structured and independent?
Yeah, thinking about this will help you answer those culture fit questions authentically, and that's what really sets you apart from other candidates.
Yeah, it's about finding the right fit, not just for the job, but for you. Because when you're in an environment where you can truly shine, that's when the magic happens.
And who knows, maybe you'll be the one leading the team that creates the next gaming sensation.
Exactly. So go out there, rock that interview, and keep pushing the boundaries of the gaming world. We'll be here cheering you on every step of the way.
Until next time, game on.